let's get it rolling. We are going to be using the warm and cold colors over here, and yeah, this is the first game between Suomi and AOC Chileno. So my brothers from Latin America are going to be facing the Juggernauts, the Suomi team, which is going to be it's going to be a very tough team to play against. So this time around, it's gonna be Vileza, the Max, and Zupi playing for Suomi versus Wako, Jupi, and Sobek playing for Chile. We don't have the flags yet in the scoreboard, but this has been set up in the last minute, which is why we started a little bit later. But hopefully, yeah, for Friday everything's gonna be working properly. We were planning on having Dragonstar here to co-cast these games, but unfortunately he was having technical issues as well, so it was not the best day for Wooly Official today, and yeah, we're not gonna be able to have him. We are gonna have him in the future though, so look forward to that, and it's gonna be fantastic. We're gonna have other high-level players as well. We're gonna have Golden End, Angelina Jolie, hopefully in the future, and it's gonna add like a high-level dimension to the casting, so they're gonna be able to provide insight into strategies and whatnot, and it's gonna be fantastic, so be on the lookout for that. Getting back into the game though, we're gonna start talking about the players. So Zupi is gonna be the right hand side flank for Suomi's team, and he's gonna be playing Ethiopians. And remember that for this tournament, everyone gets to choose their position, so Suomi and AOC Chileno as well, they had to pick who was gonna be the pocket, who was going to be flanks as well, and not only who was going to be the flank, but who was going to be the right hand side and the left hand side flank. In this case, on the right Zupi, on the left we're going to have Vileza with Britons as well. So for civilizations, it's going to be hidden pick, no repeat. And yeah, pocket for Suomi, being the Max playing with Frank, so you know how the Max loves his cavalry civilizations. For AOC Chileno, on the other hand, Jupi is going to be the pocket playing as Britons. He's going to be playing as Indians. Then we're going to have on the right hand side Sobek playing as Britons, and on the left Wako playing as Mayans. Who is this new caster, and does he have a Discord? As a matter of fact, they do, yes. And if you do !Discord, you should be getting a link to it. But I think most people here already know me from casting on Wooly Official, so it's gonna be somewhat of a familiar experience. Also, we're gonna be giving away 3 months of Wooly Premium today, and we are gonna be giving away 1 copy of Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. So if you do !Raffle, you're gonna be participating for DE, which is gonna be given away in about 2 hours, and we're gonna be giving away 3 months of Wooly Premium at the end of the stream, so after the second series. Perfect, there we go. We already have a few entrants. That's looking good. So for this particular series, I think everyone's gonna have a pretty clear prediction. And yeah, I think that's reflected also in the level of these players. Suomi, right now, I think it's very fair to say that they are in the top 3 teams in the world for Age of Empires 2. AOC Chileno does have some strong players, but I don't think we would consider them to be a top 3, top 4, maybe top 5. So for the first round as well, seeding is going to make it clear that AOC Chileno is clearly going to be fighting uphills. But so far so good. At this point in time, not really a lot of differences. We don't have casualties yet, so we have not seen villagers going down to boars or to scouts or to anything. And I think it's going to be a pretty clear strategy for both teams as well, with having 2 archer civilization flanks per team and 1 cavalry civilization for pockets. We're going to see scouts on the pockets, we're going to see archers from the flanks, and it's going to be a pretty straightforward thing. Where's the scoreboard info? I told you, man. Oh no, and it's blocking out. Okay, give me a moment. This is gonna be quick. Yeah, it's kind of blocking the researches. As I said, this has been set up kind of on the last minute because we had some technical issues with Wooly Official. And hello, Mr. Pattern J. How are you? Hope you're doing right. Hope you're doing okay. I'm gonna fix the scoreboard in just a little bit. We have some flaring going over here. So we're probably gonna see the first engagement. As we have Wacko going forward with the scout, the Eagle Scout. We have Vilese chasing him away. Or chasing him back to his base. Oh, you're sick, man. Feels bad. Waiting for your mom to pick you up tomorrow. Ah, that's kind of cute. It's been a long time since the last time that I had my mom pick me up for anything. This is super messy though, and you can see right off the bat how the playstyles differ between both teams. Wacko is going to be playing on the defensive, and even though we have 6 players going up to Fuel H, you can clearly see one player being aggressive and the other being defensive. Wacko managed to protect the gold miners with a few quick walls over here, although those walls are not going to be that effective, not going to be that efficient actually, not going to allow for villagers to take resources efficiently. This is going to be a little nuisance. Only 2 days ago since my mom picked you up. If you knew about my mom, you probably would make that issue. That joke, I mean, sorry. Zupi on the right hand side is gonna be the first guy going for double archery ranges for Suomi. Actually, yeah, what is the situation over here for Sobek? He's gonna be getting the second archery range up as well. As a matter of fact, he managed to beat Zupi on the archer production by focusing one archery range. So he's gonna be getting the first one out. He's gonna be slightly faster with the archer production when compared to Zupi. Left hand side, Vilese is over here with some scouts, with the militias as well. One scout from the max. And this is so annoying for Wacko. He's had to invest so much wood into the quick walls, and he even had to like completely build the palisade gates. It's not like the foundations with 40% progress. So this is not a minor thing for Wacko, who is right now also 3 villages behind. And playing as Mayans, even. Right hand side. Not a whole lot going on just yet. Left hand side. Yeah, this is where the action's happening. Let me know, everyone, by the way, if the music is alright, if my voice is loud and clear. Second archery range coming up for the Mayan player as well. What is the situation for Vilese? 2 archery ranges already up, producing archers from those. And he's gonna have the upper hand in archer production. He's gonna be getting the first few out already. So we're gonna have a archers engagement between the left and right hand side flanks. Then we're gonna have both pockets probably providing some scouts, right? Yeah, the Indian player already with the stable. 3 scouts, 4 from Jupi. For the Frank player, we already have a few scouts over here as well, so it's gonna be exactly the same army composition for both teams. So pretty standard, pretty meta for 3v3. Oh man, but things over here are looking significantly in favor of Suomi already. Favorable KD. Pushing Chile away. Yeah, and Wacko is going to be losing the archers over here. He's not going to be able to do any damage with those. And this is very inconvenient because when you start taking cheap damage here and there, eventually you start falling behind significantly. And I think for the time being, Suomi has been putting a lot of pressure onto Chile. And Chile has been really struggling to keep up. As a matter of fact, the villager count, once again, as stated, is going to be across the board lower for the Chile team. Except for Sobek, who's already on wheelbarrow, so him being behind by 3 villagers is kind of justified. For everyone else, it's not. Things are about to get a lot messier for the yellow player here, as we see 2 players from Suomi going forward with a very powerful armor. Very powerful army and very significant amount of scouts and archers as well. Fletching on the way even for Zupi, so on the right hand side he's gonna be dominating. Where are the archers? He's got a huge amount of archers, 14 right now. He's got start the game already, archers. They are eager to attack. Sobek's also on 14, he's also with fletching. But we're not gonna see an engagement just yet. It seems like they're gonna be waiting for Castle Age first. And if that is the case, let's see. Zupi is a little bit closer. Actually, it's about the same for both. Sobek's on 400 food, Zupi's on 340. Very little gold for both. Now, this is gonna be interesting though. The Max providing a very nice amount of meat shield over here, attacking the Indian player. Some archers from Vilesa too. And if that stable goes down, man, before the Indian player gets a chance of going out to Castle Age, it's gonna be a very large issue. So a defensive tower is coming out, which is nice from Jupe. I'm kind of wondering though if it's Jupe or Hoopy, because in Spanish the J has a different sound, right? Yeah, the scoreboard is kind of blocking stuff. Sorry about that. I'm gonna try to fix it after this game. Yeah. It is kind of blocking a little bit of the upgrades, but don't worry, I'm here to inform you that 4 players are going out to Castle Age. UP being the first one who's gonna be hitting Castle at 21 minutes and 1 second, followed by the Max at 21 minutes 31 second. Then we're gonna have both Sobek and Zupi hitting at about 21 minutes and 40 seconds. Right hand side, some aggression coming from Zupi onto Sobek's base. 20 archers versus 18. Left hand side, UP tried to do some damage with these scouts, but he's gonna be taking a lot of free damage, and this is not something that Suomi does. Suomi runs away with their scouts when they are getting targeted by archers. So this is kind of like the little things, right? That is a lot of wasted units, and UP is gonna be going down to 7 deaths and only 4 kills. Castle Age has already been hit by UP right now. There we go. And we have all the other 5 players going up as well. Right hand side, not a lot going on, and Zupi and Sobek are going to hit Castle Age at about the same time. Only 6 seconds of difference, which is coming up right now as Sobek's gonna hit Castle Age. There we go. And he's gonna be going for Crossbowman and Balkin Arrow for sure. Zupi beating him to the punch though, and what are the numbers looking like? 22 for Zupi, 28 for Sobek, and Sobek's actually gonna be getting the Crossbowman upgrade at about the same time than Zupi, despite Zupi going up slightly faster. Left hand side, we have another small engagement between Vilesa and Wako, but this is happening outside the wall, so it's gonna be a little bit more relevant. Switching over to the right hand side, where Zupi has a very real possibility of taking a proper fight here and start taking villagers. He's gonna be running away though. He's not feeling quite comfortable with the numbers right now. So we're gonna switch over to the left hand side once again, and we're gonna see the first few camels from the Indian player hitting the field. What is the Frank player gonna do on the other hand? We have 2 stables. We have second and third TC coming out, so the Frank player is gonna be taking advantage of the free farms upgrades. He's gonna be going for multiple TCs. And this is gonna be very important now, because we're gonna have Suomi with knights and archers, then we're gonna have AOC Chileno with more archers over here from Zobek and actually camels from the Indian players. So I think one main difference also lays in the fact that the Indian player at this point in time is going for a second TC only, while the Frank player is going for 3 TCs already, which is not really good. If you are playing Indians, one of the huge strengths about Indians is getting cheaper villagers. So in Castle Age, your villagers would be 20% cheaper, going out to 25% cheaper in Imperial Age, and you should be able to go for a very nice boom while still maintaining army production. So if he falls behind in eco to the Frank player might beat him going up to Imperial Age, at least if the Indian player keeps army production. And then that's gonna be an issue because regular camels from Castle Age, even from Indians, are not gonna be doing so well against Imperial army from a Frank player. And yeah. Isn't it 5, 10, 15, and 20? You might be right, actually. Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe it's from 5 to 20, not from 10 to 25. Actually, I think it's from 10 to 25. Can you do exclamation mark Indian info? All together, no spaces. You should be getting the bonuses. It's gonna come to you in a whisper. Perfect. Let me know. I think it's from 10% to 25%. I'm pretty sure. Anyway. Oh man, there is a looming threat of a fight over here, but this is not good for Sobek. He's alone here against 3 players, and Suomi are playing a perfect team game, while we have the other 2 players from Team Chile coming back. But is it gonna be too late? This army was very, very big for Sobek. Now it's gonna be going down, and he's gonna be getting mopped. He's gonna be getting cleaned up for sure. Yeah, there we go. We have a few camels over here, but camels are not gonna be doing as well against arrows as these units. As regular cavalry. We already have Chain Barding armor though, so he does have the +2/+2 defense. But this is still looking significantly better for Suomi team. If we take a look at the HP pool, you can see that it's almost twice as high for Suomi. Yes! And all of a sudden, as I was discussing, take a look at this. Frank player is going for the 4th TC already. He's going to be securing the gold. The Indian player just got the 3rd TC up, so he's going to be falling behind in villager count when compared to the Frank player. Ethiopians and Britons both are going to have higher villager counts than their Chilean counterparts, and I think that's probably gonna slowly but surely take us to a victory from Suomi here. Because Chile, they have not been so well coordinated. Suomi's been taking fantastic fights. As a matter of fact, KD for teams, as you can see, it's 2-1 pretty much in favor of the Finnish players. Max Pal in pocket, of course, of course. Yeah, man, I don't know about this. Sobek's gonna be losing more and more villagers. Of course, we already have ballistics as well from both archer players. So it's gonna make it increasingly difficult for those villagers to run away. Resources for the Max are not looking like he's gonna be clicking out to Imperial Age very soon. But he's got a very decent amount of villagers. A little bit higher than the Indian player. And on the left hand side we have another engagement. This time around still going in favor of Suomi, so man, the Chilean players cannot catch a break. Max and Teal, Paladin pocket and 4 TCs booming. Completely unexpected, agree. Yes, yes. His camels might be good though. I don't think he's still gonna be able to clean the entire army. He's gonna be taking heavy losses. But yeah, camels are good. Camels are good. Oh, he might be able to clean this up. Does he have iron casting? He doesn't. His camels are not gonna be dealing that much damage, only 6. Especially inside this small hole inside the wood line. Yeah, those camels not gonna be able to engage. Right hand side, Sobek still getting pretty much wrecked over here. Gonna be losing the Mangonel without taking a single archer. With the Mangonel at least. And Rams, Knights, Archers gonna be taking down the archer ranges, and this is looking very, very close to being over. As Sobek, player with 4 TCs, is gonna be dropping under 65 villagers at 32 minutes into the game. 67 population, while yeah, the average for Suomi team members is about 120 population. Third archery range is going down. And that's even so. Does Sobek even have the resources to go for additional archery ranges? Right now he's too behind to start producing archers because it would take too long to actually mass enough units to contest this army, especially with rams around and potentially mangonels. Are we gonna see mangonels coming forward? Not so. Not at this point from Zupi. So he's gonna be banking on mangonels only to protect. But those mangonels, of course, are gonna be going down to the knights, so he's gonna need something else. And Zupi, being the first player to hit Imperial Age, we're gonna see Arbalest coming up. He's going for Arbalest, he's going for Bracer, Chemistry, Cat Ram even. So against the Breton player, Cat Ram from Imperial Age, when you're still in Castle Age, is very bad news. Sobek's resources are not looking like he's gonna be going up to Imp anytime soon, and we also have the Max and Vilese on their way to Imperial Age. The only player from the Chile team going up is Purple. I assume from saving so much food for going for cheap villagers. But they need to stop this. They need to stop this, and I'm not really sure if they got what it takes. Now we have 2 players from Suomi in Imperial Age. Cat Ram coming here. Those knights should be able to protect the rams against the mangonels for sure. So yeah, there we go. Max is gonna be going forward, gonna be sniping the mangonel. We're gonna see the rams taking down the TC. Third player from Suomi hitting Imperial Age. And Cavalier and Plate Bard in armor upgrades on the way, while Zupi is still researching Siege Ram. There's just no way back. They know it. So Sobek's gonna feed. It's gonna be the first one to call it, and yeah, GG indeed. Very well played. We're gonna have the first game of the series going in favor of the Max and company. So Suomi 1, AOC Chileno 0. And we are back, everyone. Thank you so much for your patience. All right, we're gonna jump into the second game of the series. So give me a quick moment. Gonna load it up. And we should be good to go. There we go. This time around we are actually not gonna have the scoreboard locking the view, locking the upgrades. Alright, so sorry about that. We're gonna stick to warm and cold colors, and this game number 2 is gonna happen in Oasis. So Oasis, keep in mind that whoever loses game number 1 gets to pick the map for game number 2 from the 4 drafted maps. Then whoever loses game number 2 is going to be picking which map's going to be played on game number 3, and so on and so forth. So Chile feels like they have to play in Oasis. And this time around they're going to be playing in the northwest. Then we're going to have Suomi in the southeast. So right hand side flanks for both teams are going to be Zupi for Suomi playing as the Celts. Then we're going to have Yupi as the Chilean flank player on the right hand side playing Burmese. And Burmese versus Celts, that's going to be an interesting one, man. So Celts, very nice infantry, very nice siege. Burmese, very nice infantry as well. They get okay siege, but they are mostly well known to go for Arambai. They get very good cavalry as well. Cavalry in general is going to be tricky against Celts because of infantry, and also the team or the civilization bonus for Celts, which allows infantry units to move 15% faster. Arambai might be good though. Besides that, we also have elephants, which are going to be potentially a very nice meat shield. We're going to have bombard cannons from Burmese, which Celts do not have and could potentially struggle against. And let's switch over to the left-hand side, where both flanks are going to be Vilese playing as Mayans actually, sorry. And then the blue player here, Sobek, is going to be playing as Spanish. So Mayans versus Spanish. Oh man, I would probably give the upper hand to Spanish if this was a 1v1. For a team game, I'm not completely sure. I would love to see the opinion of you guys in chat. I am quite sure that Nomadophobia is certainly going to have a strong opinion for this. What is the context in a team game for both of those civilizations? So for pockets, finally, we're going to have Waco playing as Slavs for Chile. Then we're going to have, of course, who else? The Max playing a pocket for Suomi, who's going to be playing Persians. Oh boy. That is going to be interesting. Play them, that's how you do it. Easy stuff. The villager count is going to be about the same for everyone at this point in time, so we have not seen casualties to boars or anything like that. We have not seen anyone layman either, from what I can see. Actually, there are 2 boars here on the left flank for Chile. We have 2 boars on the right flank for... Or do we, actually? Hold on. One. Taking the second one. UP is going to be with 2 boars. Where's the second? Okay, the second boar over here from Zupi. Okay, we don't have any laming going on so far. Let's see. So Persians, Burmese, and Spanish. What is this going to entail? Sorry, Slav, Spanish, and Burmese for the Chile team. Spanish are gonna have fantastic cavalry. They're gonna have conquistadors as well, which are gonna be super tanky. They are super mobile, do a lot of damage. Fantastic raiding unit. For Burmese, we're gonna have potentially a nice meat shield in the form of elephants. They also get fantastic infantry from barracks. Units are gonna be getting +1 attack, a bonus attack per age starting in fuel age, with a maximum of +3 in imperial age, and that is on top of the blacksmith upgrade. So with blast furnace, that becomes +7. And that's gonna be nice against Celt infantry, I feel like. But then again, Celts are gonna have very nice siege, but so are we gonna have nice siege from the Slav player as well. So I'm kind of torn over here. And even though Persians have a team bonus, which grants +2 bonus damage from cavalry archers or from nightline units. Oh, this is open! From nightline units onto archers, the Persian player is the only one who is realistically gonna be going for cavalry units anyway. This is awful. This is so bad. They were banking on getting the full walls up, but there is a small hole over here, and it's so freaking hard to judge elevations. You never really know when it's completely closed. So Sobek's units are gonna be sneaking in, and yeah, Vilese is gonna be on the defensive for the time being. Not gonna be taking any losses, gonna manage to close this as well. And Sobek's not gonna try to block the villager. So yeah, that village's not gonna be going down. Bombard tower masterpiece from Sobek. You think? Might very well be the case. Right hand side. Oh, Zupi actually has got a huge amount of militias over here. He was probably expecting UP to go for militias, of course, playing as Burmese. You don't necessarily need to go for 4. Usually going for 4 is if you just want to be sure that you're going to be able to kill 3. But yeah, Burmese only get extra damage once they hit fuel age. So far, all 3 players from Chile are still in fuel age, are still in dark age, sorry. We have two players from Suomi already in fuel, Zupi and the Max. So the Max is going to be going for scouts already, and they're going to be going for early aggro, as opposed to trying to go for fast castle. Now all three players from Chile are also going up. Oh man, and this is, you can see the difference in skill level. The villager is going to be going down. He was trying to block it with the scout. That was not what Sobek was trying to do over here with his own scout. And that is how you have Vileze with 0 losses. And you already have Yupe with 5. So he lost the 3 militias. I think he lost 2 villagers over here as well. And that is not good, man. Villager count's going to be slightly higher for Suomi. Triple Trash FC? I don't know about that. Wacko is already in fuel age, but I am not completely sure what he's gonna be doing. Back at home, he is getting the stable up. He is going for a market. He's got a lot of resources, so we're gonna see him going up to Castle Age. And that is 2 villagers going down from UP. That is 8 lost units. And 4 of those are villagers. That is a huge number for this point in time. He's still not, he hasn't hit fuel age. Okay, he hit fuel age right now. But that is huge. That is just brutal. These Minotaurs are pretty much full HP as well. And that is a very nice piece of information as well, Nomadophobia. Why is Zupi so low on villagers? He hasn't lost a single villager. He is only 2 villagers behind. Might just be because of going out to Castle Age. His TC is a little bit idle. Or actually not idle, of course, but not producing villagers. I wonder if the Max is going to be using those sheep to scout, or if he's just going to be sending them to the corner to prevent Wacko from taking those, even though sheep are usually not that relevant at this stage of the game anyway. Third player on the way to Castle Age is going to be Sobek as well, behind Wacko and Vileze. Yup is still struggling over here. Had to pull all the villagers from the woodline back, and he's been taking wood from straggler trees, which is not a good indication at this stage of the game. Now he's got 100 wood. Maybe he just didn't have enough resources to go for a new lumber camp. He does now, certainly. But yeah, man, this is awful. This is awful. Taking a look at the villager distribution for resources, he's got 4 lumberjacks. UP. The good thing is that he gets free lumber camp upgrades, so at least these villagers are going to be a little bit more efficient. Could be a lot worse, certainly. But anyway, we already had the first 2 players in Castle Age. That'd be Vileze over here. Who's going to be going for crossbow man very soon, I assume. Then we also have Wacko. Pocket player over here is going to be going for knights. Knights, second TC. We don't have a second TC on the way for Vileze yet. Max kind of harassing Sobek's villagers over here. I don't think he's going to be able to do any damage, but he's for some quick walls. Back here, we still have the 4 Minotaurs from Zupi. What is this? UP is having such a hard time against this. That was a fantastic push. That paid off so big. Left hand side. Crossbows are about to hit this area, and we also have the Max scouts over here to act as a meat shield, so those villagers are going to be going down. That's going to be one villager down, that's going to be 2, potentially 3, maybe up to 5 villagers going down. Of course, spearmen are not really going to be able to do a whole lot, and you can see Vileze's pathing as well. He is going in between the villagers and the TC to make sure that he snipes as many as possible, and he's even going to be greedy about it. He's gonna be taking the villages before they have a chance of garrisoning in. And oh my god, how many villagers are going down already? Sobek with a 0 to 11 KD. Could have been a 0 to 13 KD if he didn't manage to save those 2 weak villagers. But he's on 19 villagers at this point in time, and this is their home map. Suomi is just brutal. How, man, it's one of those teams that you really can't get away with anything you do. They are so good in every possible circumstance. Oh man. By the way, to everyone who is participating in the raffle, subscribers to Bully Official get higher chances. So even though we are streaming my channel, if you're sub to Bully Official, you're gonna be getting more chances of winning either one of the two raffles for today's stream. Castle H is on the way for Zupi, so he's gonna be the final player going out from all 6. Bloodline's on the way for Wacko. He's gonna be sending those knights forward. And what is it on the right hand side? There's not really a whole lot over here. Not really sure what the flaring was for. It was the max flare in this area. This is not very well protected though. Zupi is going for pikeman. He's already got a good amount of spearmen over there. He's gonna be going for a siege workshop forward. We already have a defensive siege workshop coming up from UP. And these crossbows are going to be going down, but they already more than paid for themselves. He forced Sobek to go for 2 extra TCs just to try and bounce back in villager count. UP is still going to be very much behind on 1 TC after losing so many villagers to that initial pack for militias and eventually Minotaurs, of course. But we also have all the Suomi guys going for multiple TCs. 3rd TC coming up for Zupi over there. 2nd TC about to come up for Zupi over here in the wool line. Viles is already on 3 TCs. I found it kind of surprising that he didn't try to go for a castle. But then again, he's gonna be fine going for crossbows only. If he gets a good production going, Mayans get 20% cheaper archer units in Castle Age. Oh no, the Magnet actually took the monk down, but didn't take the pikeman. That is so unfortunate. The Magnet is going down. Now the monks are going to be going down as well. And this is so bad, man. UP is in such a rough spot. He wanted to kind of kickstart a monk and siege aggression, but that's not being allowed by Zupi. What can they do? Honestly, I am not really sure. To be completely honest, I think at this point in time, with the villager difference, with the military count difference, and with these two teams in particular, I think it's looking super dire for AOC Chileno. Right hand side still pretty much in control of Zupi, who is sending more and more pikemen forward. And the only units that UP gets to convert are not even that good. I mean, they are very cheap units for Zupi to train, so it's not worth losing Scorpions, Mangonels, and Monks for. Those light cavalry from the max still doing damage, and he was saving those for when he could upgrade them to light cavalry. And yeah, man, that's gonna be 1, 2, 3 villagers going down. Make that 4. Yeah. He's also a micro nerd, so he knows exactly which villagers he needs to strike next. Yup is still down to 32 villagers only. Left hand side, we're gonna see a huge push from Vilese going forward with how many units right now? 26 archers or crossbows. And Zobek's not noticed, so 1 villager is going to be going down, 2 villagers. He noticed now, so he's going to be garrisoning, but that TC still does not have enough garrisoning space for all the villagers. And if he breaks through here, the TC is not going to have range for this line of tiles. He's going to choose to go around though. Doesn't want to risk it. And I guess if you're in such a comfortable spot, you don't really have a need to take risks, right? So you're just going around. Right hand side still, Yuppie. Bringing the pain in for monks, scorpions and mangonels. Still probably gonna be getting cleaned up from Zupi here, by Zupi here. Ram's gonna be soaking scorpion damage, of course. Some knights arriving from Wacko could potentially be good. These knights at this point in time do not have chain barding armor yet, so TCs are going to be dealing a lot of damage to them. Now, Imperial Age is on the way for the max. So if these units, if this push from UP and Wacko doesn't do a lot of damage, they're going to be in for a rude awakening, as we're going to see Max going for stables on the right, on the left hand side, and he is going to be going for Cavalier, and he is going to start spamming cavalry units. And so far we don't have really a lot of defenses in place for the Chilean team. Eight monks? Oh man, he manages to get the conversion though. That is quite nice, and he's gonna be again the other one. No, got deleted. I am still not really sure if they're gonna be able to do any damage though. These knights went straight through Zupi's base. They're gonna be going around to the Maxes now. But the Maxes are very well protected. He even, he's got a few, Zupi's got a few pikemen over here. The Max got camels already in place, so very tricky situation. Slavs with a very nice farming eco that they get can afford to go for a lot of cavalry, but then again, the Persian player is going to be getting access to camels, which is going to make it difficult for Wacko to actually do anything with these units. He's going to be taking farms and losing knights. Oh man, what? He was probably paying attention somewhere else. Oh, over here, of course. Does he have any units? No. Oh, he's trying to go for the barracks up now. Finally, the light cavalry from the Max went down, but I think they took an unreasonable amount of villagers before finally dying. And while Wacko is now going up to Imperial Age, getting pikemen and scale mail armor for infantry upgrades, we are gonna see the Max already in Imperial Age going for Cavalier, chain barding armor. And Cavalier are not really gonna be struggling against pikemen so much. Against monks probably, but now we're gonna be banking on Yupi's ability to micro those monks properly and get as many conversions as possible. Meanwhile, on the left hand side, the Max and Villese are gonna be pushing against Sobek, who's got a defensive castle, defensive castle right here, which is gonna be nice, but it's probably not gonna be enough. Yeah, these are Cavalier now. All three Mangonels went down. A bunch of villagers are going down. One Cavalier is going down from the purple player as well. And on the right hand side, we finally have a large push from Yuppie, who is trying to do some damage with these monks, but a huge amount of pikemen from Zupi. Who is gonna come out on top over here? That is such an expensive army composition. Yuppie is gonna be losing a bunch of Mangonels. He's gonna be losing the final Mangonel right now. He's been losing a lot of monks, and I think that's probably gonna be like 1,000 gold at the very least, just from the remaining monks, and then a little bit more as well from the monks that he has been losing up until this point. Left hand side, the Max has managed to bust through the walls over here, so he's gonna be taking some villagers, and the quick walls is not going to connect. Sobek should be getting the castle up, but is that going to be enough? He's going to be protecting one of the golds, but what is that going to do for Wacko and the rest of his teammates? If these Cavaliers get to Yuppie's base, that could be the game. That could be the game. Yuppie's on 32 villagers. And remember that for this particular tournament, we have disabled slinging until Imperial Age, so you're not going to be able to go for that strategy. And you're banking purely on skill. These games are recorded games, yes. And the GG has been called. There is no way back, and Suomi, they are so strong. Wacko was even going for Halberdier, which were going to be good against Cavalier, to be honest, of course, but They were pretty much playing with 2 people against 3. Jesus. Suomi are savages, man. What? Oh my god, that was a fantastic game from the Finnish team. So score right now, of course, let me change it. It's going to be 2 in favor of Suomi, 0 in favor of Chile, and the next one is potentially going to be match point. So bear with me while I bring up the third game. And this could either be the match point, or this could be the start of a reverse sweep and a major upset in the tournament. And I think even though most people are probably not going to be expecting that to happen, wouldn't that be sweet? In some sense. Winland GG easy. Hans next and fast in Paladin. Let's see. Alright, so welcome everyone. This is the third game in the series between Suomi and AOC Chileno. Score so far is 2-0 in favor of the team you would be expecting to get the score. And this time around, it's gonna be Suomi on the right hand side playing as yellow, of course purple and red with the warm colors. Then we're gonna have the left hand side UP, Waco and Sobek. And what are the civilizations? So top flanks are gonna be playing with Koreans for UP. Oh man, I'm already kind of torn on that. And then it's gonna be Aztecs for the Max, who is gonna be right next to him. This small engagement went in favor of the Eagle Warrior, of course. And he was trying to lame, I think. Yeah, the Max is actually gonna be pushing UP away. He's gonna take the board. Oh man. Yeah, I don't know about this. So, south of the map, the other 2 flanks are going to be Sobek playing as Incas for Chile, and then Vileza playing as Spanish for the Suomi team. So Incas versus Spanish. And that one in particular is very tricky because usually you could say, maybe if it was against Aztecs, then you could go for monks and try to micro your way into converting some conquistadors. But with Incas, even though they do get respectable monks, they are going to be banking on their army diversity. Oh man, oh man, oh no, don't let it happen, don't let it happen. Okay, UP is going to be taking the board with the scout, but he only hit the board once, so the board could potentially go back. The board is gonna be going back, and now I think the Max is gonna try to lane the villager. Let's see. And he, oh man, if he tries to stop the eagle, he could potentially lose it. This is kind of risky though. This is a very micro-intensive game, and that team's. Oh my God, the villager is gonna be going down for UP. What a play! What a play! Max is gonna be losing 1 scout, or oh no, and the board is going back. He's gonna be losing 1 eagle scout, but it's worth it at this point in time. Getting 1 villager from the Korean player, and the board is even coming back. Fortunately, he managed to wall this back up, so the board is not gonna be going back outside the walls. But that was still very well played from the Max. He's gonna be taking both boards at the same time. Please don't lose the villager. He's gonna be taking 1 more hit, I think. Oh my God, he's got Luna. Oh my God. It got into his head. I am kind of doubting now UP's mental state for the rest of the game. I think it got to his head. Anyway, sorry, that was very intense, so we're gonna finish talking about civilizations. Pockets for both teams are gonna be Zupi playing as Mongols, and then finally Waco playing as Aztecs. So we're gonna have 2 Aztecs in this particular matchup. 1 Inca player, 1 Korean player, Mongol and Spanish. I'm not really sure how I feel about that. So Incas are gonna be good for trushing, among other things, of course. But if Spanish get away with going for Castle Age, getting some conquistadors out, that's gonna be all of a sudden a lot more difficult for the blue player to counter, because conquistadors, they can outrun eagles, they can chew through archers, and they can raid so effectively. And because this is hideout, these palisade walls are not super strong. I mean, the walls are palisade, which are not super strong, so a few conquistadors should be able to easily bust through the walls. What is Yupa's rating? I'm not completely sure. I think he's around 2k. I think most of these players are around 2k. I think Sobek is one of the highest Latin American players, probably in the top 10. I think he's like 2.3k, which is not bad at all, of course. And then again, we have some Suomi players which historically have not been at the top of the ladder, but as a team they work fantastic. They work very well. Same thing as SY as well. Some of SY's players are not super strong in 1v1s, but in team games they just work fantastic. So 3 players going up, 4 players going up to Fuel Age. Sobek and UP are going to be the first 2. And Sobek, of course, gonna be going for towers and men at arms. Then if you get a few blacksmith upgrades, those villagers are gonna be a lot harder to deal with. But he's gonna have a special challenge here. Viles is trying to go for fast castle, but if he manages to get up to Fuel Age without taking major damage from the towers from the Inca player, he should be able to defend quite alright. Just because of Spanish villagers building 30% faster, he should be able to... Oh man, this is overkill, I think. He should be able to counter tower quite easily. One villager could potentially go down over here. And he needs to be careful, because that gate could get open, yeah, by the villagers, and that is exactly what I was afraid of. So he's gonna have to sacrifice a villager over here for sure. He's already been losing 3 units, and that's gonna be 4 as well. Oh no, he's not gonna commit to chasing that. The other villager had to go back home as well. So counter tower coming up from the Aztec player. And in the south, we're gonna have Sobek getting his tower up, and then the Spanish player is gonna be chilling. He's gonna be getting the diagonal gates up, and that's about it. That villager though, oh, probably gonna be going down, I think. Yeah, that's gonna place UP on a 1 to 4 KD. 2 of those units went down to boars even, so it's gotta be a lot more discouraging. Same for Heart, really. Yeah, you could say that, yes. It's completely a very, very good point. 4 villagers inside the yellow tower. Kind of struggling over here to select UP's tower, but I'm quite sure there's 5 villagers in there. He's targeting the house foundation though, and he notices now, so he switches over to the tower, but this is not particularly good. And those towers from UP are potentially going to be getting more and more annoying when he starts going up ages. Now, Wacko already has the resources to go up to Castle Age, same as Viles, and... Wait a moment. Yeah, and Viles is going to be clicking up soon, after getting the market up. So he was falling behind a little bit, but he's going to be going out to Castle, and Zupi is already on his way. Wacko, of course, being the other pocket's already on his way, but I don't expect either the Korean player or the Inca player to go out to Castle Age anytime soon, which is gonna be kind of unfortunate, as Viles is gonna start going for conquistadors upon hitting Castle Age, I think. Does he have access to stone though? Yeah, oh my god, that is a very safe stone even. So we're gonna see a castle coming up from the red player, then we're gonna see conquistadors, and that's gonna be troubles for Sobek. Seems to be trying to save some resources to go up, but not really sure if he's gonna manage to. Meanwhile, things over here are not looking that good for UP, who is probably going to be losing a villager. Might be losing a villager though, because we are close to the max space. He can cycle through healthy villagers all that he needs. He doesn't really need to commit to using the weak villagers around here. But anyway, Castle H has been reached now by Zupi, who's going to be instantly adding 3 additional TCs. It's going to be reached for Vilesa very soon. And he's 300 stone away from getting his castle. Wacko, on the other hand, what is going to be going for? 28 villagers, so he's slightly behind the other Castle Age players. Going to be adding the second TC, playing as Aztecs. He already has 2 barracks, so we're going to see a transition into Eagle Warriors, of course. Bosa not going for the Eagle Warrior upgrade. I'm quite sure he wants to get the numbers up first. Let's see. Alright, there we go, there we go. The castle is gonna be coming up. Oh, I don't know about this though. Ah, that was good. The TC just manages to have enough range to deny that tower, so we're gonna have another tower coming up over here, but with 4 villagers only, and that castle coming up from 14 villagers. Yeah, I don't think this is close at all. Yeah, castle's gonna be going up super fast. Sobek's gonna be losing all 4 villagers potentially. He could be losing all the Minotaurs as well, so that's gonna be 1 villager down. He could have tried to focus fire the villagers, but he's still doing alright, I think. North of the map, we saw the Max actually trying to go for a cheeky tower over here, and he's probably gonna be getting cleaned up over here. But UP needs to stop building that gate. Alright. Oh, villager going down for UP as well. So even though they are inside his base, his micro is not really on point right now, so those Minotaurs are still gonna be roaming around. It's only gonna be 1 left in 1 villager, but he's done more than enough damage. It was an outpost? This one? Oh, okay. So we already have the first Conquistador out. He's gonna be going for more and more, of course. And once we have like 4 to 5 Conquistadors, he's gonna be able to go forward, start breaking through palisade walls and whatnot. Oh, the one that the Max built, okay. Ah, there you go. You're right, sorry about that. And Max lost 1 villager, but he's got some archers over here, and UP doesn't really have anything to counter this with, and he's got 7 villagers outside his walls, very close to the Max's base. So he's gonna be banking on these Eagle Warriors, cleaning out the archers, which should be an easy task for the Eagle Warriors, of course. But those villagers are gonna be surviving for the time being. He's gonna be losing only 1. In the south, we have 2 Conquistadors going towards Sobek's base. Villager count still looking significantly higher for Suomi, as that as has been the case for all the games in this particular series. And a nice little engagement over here, gonna be taking all the archers from the Max away and forcing the Max to go for stone walls. Of course, he doesn't really have anything to fight Eagle Warriors with at this point in time. And these are the 2 Aztec players, so you can see the difference in strategies. So 1 player going for fast castle, of course the other Aztec player is playing flanks, not pocket. Then we're gonna have Eagle Warriors from the Aztec player from Chile, and then we're gonna have archers from the Aztec player for Suomi. We're gonna have another tower coming up over here. We're gonna need stone walls behind the palisade walls over here. Let's see if the Max goes for that. He's gonna choose to get a tower up instead. Not gonna try to break through the palisade walls over here. So he's gonna be going over here so that he can use the tower. Stone walls coming up. Very nice walls. and this is nice. Also deleting the palisade walls so that they don't hinder his visibility. Town center coming out for Sobek, but he's already been losing 2-3 villagers. That's gonna be 4 villagers. And thank you for the follows, everyone. Sorry that we are not streaming on Bully Official as well. Just want to apologize again. We had some technical issues, so we had to do it over here. But yeah, the most significant situation right now is Conquistadors over here, which are going to be taking the tower down, and they are going to be denying a bunch of the eco. I think we're probably going to see a bunch of villagers from Sobek going down, even though his villager count is already quite low. Then on the right hand side, of course, we have Wacko with a bunch of Eagle Warriors. And this time Zupi building the walls between his base and the Max's. So screw you, man. I'm going to be protecting myself. It's always quite funny to see this, but it makes sense, of course. There's nothing that the Max can do at this point against this, so Zupi getting this up. And this is a very awkward situation for Suomi, but they are still like very much ahead in villager count, so I don't think they are on the back foot. As a matter of fact, the score as well, the score lead is quite substantial, 600 extra point for Suomi in general. Monk's gonna be going down as well. And Sobek's base is gonna be super compact. Now, he needs to push this away, and he needs to secure the rest of his base because he's gonna be running out of space over here very soon. Especially on 3 TCs, you cannot really boom on, what, 25 or 30 tiles or something like that? Zupi's villager count is fantastic, and he's going for the fortified walls even. Castle H on the way for the max, so he's finally going to be able to bring some military units into the mix. And indeed, Zupi is going to be getting a castle up now. That castle is probably going to be getting delayed, not denied, but probably delayed, because we are going to have 4-5 Korean villagers within the tower, so they are going to be benefiting from the bonus. And yeah, there's not a lot of villagers over here from purple, so castle's getting denied, or actually delayed, sorry, for the time being, but it's still gonna go up, I think. Left hand side, once again, Conquistadors going ham, and then we are gonna have the Max sneaking a few villagers around, getting the siege workshop up, and Lone Swordsman, so they are gonna be targeting the Aztec player with Conquistadors and Lone Swordsman. And as we were already stating at the beginning of the game, Conquistadors are gonna smoke the Eagle Warriors because they can just outrun them. There's not a lot of units left for the Aztec player to go for over here. If he goes for monks, he's gonna need a good amount of monks and pristine micro to convert the majority of these Conquistadors, of course. And meanwhile, we're gonna have Vilese expanding over to the left hand side. He's gonna be going for some monks himself. Right hand side's gonna see a lot of Eagle Warriors from Wacko. Still roaming around Zupi's, the Max's base. Not really gonna be able to do anything. The Max is in a similar situation where if he wants to boom, he needs to make more room for farms and stuff. But he's gonna be banking on a single TC aggression over here, as we can see. He's gonna be pairing his Long Swordsman with the Conquistadors from Vilese, and that's gonna make it increasingly difficult for the Teal player to keep surviving over here. Villager count for Wacko going down to 61, 62 only. 23 military units. Villager count for Suomi in general incredibly high, mostly from Zupi free booming under no pressure whatsoever. And the GG has been called. That was a kind of a weird game, but it was still very well played from Suomi. And I think letting Zupi free boom like this, I think it was hard to stop because both the Max and Vilese did a good job defending against the Trushes. But yeah, Zupi got away with booming a lot better than Sobek. So I don't think there was anything in particular happening to trigger the GG, but they were definitely, in general, in a very rough, precarious situation. So it's gonna be a clean win, flawless victory from Suomi, who are gonna be getting the series 3-0 against AOC Chile, and they're gonna be moving over to the round of 8, which we're gonna be casting next week, and which games are gonna be getting played throughout this week.